All right, hello again, everybody. So this afternoon I did a tutorial for those of you that would be interested in doing this great integrated mod by Garland and Lansdowne Street. We put it together last night with a different one with their help, but I decided to do a tutorial today and do it myself again from scratch. And boy, it's been a lot of fun. Don't have all my updated pictures in yet, but I've been setting up ballparks, things like that. So I thought it'd be fun just to do an exhibition game for a little bit with this because I haven't called a game for a while. And there's John DFW, first one at the ballpark here. It's Recreation Park in Detroit, home of the Detroit Wolverines. So today will be the St. Louis Browns versus the Detroit Wolverines in this exhibition game. I decided to start my own in 1893 because I wanted to get a little bit of 19th century in here, but still keep it at kind of modernish baseball as opposed to 1880s. But I'm going to keep working with this mod each time, creating new ones, just so that at some point I'll be able to do it without looking at the excellent manual that they include with this. But for now, just have some fun with some baseball. I haven't forgotten about 1911 or anything like that, or McGreevy. You'll notice in this mod we got a bunch of new parks in additions to Mike Silva's great parks. So anyhow, hope you enjoy the game and let's have some fun. So a lot of these players, a lot of people aren't going to know, but that's all right. It's all fun. So welcome to 1893. So the starting defense for the Detroit Wolverines on left field, we have Charlie Abbey in center, Bill Lang, and in right, Bill Kinsler. Around the horn from first to third, and I love the nicknames, man. At first base, Farmer Vaughn. At second base, Frank Grant. At shortstop, Shorty Fuller. At third, Doggy Miller. Behind the plate is Hall of Famer Wilbert Robinson, and on the mound and pitching is the right winger Gus Weighing, and I should say right-hander. We don't want to call it right wing, left wing. But anyhow, Billy Nash will lead things off here for St. Louis, and we are ready to get underway. We do our usual kind of panorama around the ballpark. And here we go. Here's the pitch. And Nash cuts on this one, and this is going to be a base hit, past short and into left field. So St. Louis with the first batter gets the first runner on, and here is Tommy Tucker now. Bats lefty, Gus Weighing. Pearson has the sign from Wilbert Robinson. The count, 1-1 strike. Swung on, bunted towards second, and that's going to be a beautifully executed sacrifice. So credit Tucker with the sacrifice. Billy Nash now at scoring position for the St. Louis Browns here in the top of the first inning. And here's Hall of Famer Hugh Duffy. Expect great things from him throughout the season. The 2-0 pitch coming home to Duffy. Duffy swings, hard ground ball to first. And up with that is Vaughn, and he will fire it away and covering. And moving to third on the play is Billy Nash. So St. Louis threatening with a runner in scoring position just 90 feet away, but 2 down for Mike Tiernan. Mike Tiernan, an excellent 19th century player. Weighing working from the stretch, and the 1-2 pitch to Tiernan. Tiernan swings, and this one sinking liner to center, but right into the glove of Bill Lang, making the catch. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A runner left on. We go to the bottom of the first here. In Detroit, the St. Louis Browns, nothing, and the Detroit Wolverines coming to bat. Looking at the starting defense here for the St. Louis Browns, 1893. Harry Stovey in left, Hugh Duffy in center, and Mike Tiernan in right. Yeah, he did. He did. So John DFW asking, didn't Hugh Duffy have the highest single bat season average of all time? Yes, he did. So good catch there, John. Great player. In fact, he's on the he's in that APA, one of the handful of 19th century players that's on the APA pre 1960 Bats League. So good stuff. All right, at first base, Tommy Tucker. At second, Lou Bierbauer. At short, Jeremy Smith. And at third, Billy Nash. Catching is Billy Earl, and pitching is Ted Breitenstein. So the St. Louis Browns are a few more sort of known names. All right, and of course, Lou Bierbauer has I guess, kind of a footnote, you might say, in Pittsburgh Pirate history. All right, so here we go. Farmer Vaughn will lead things off. He's the first baseman for the Detroit Wolverines. Again, no stats. I just put all this together, finished it up this evening. So this is just an exhibition. Breitenstein deals. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Vaughn. Vaughn swings, and this is going to be a little tapper up first base line. Tucker has it, and he will underhand toss to Ted Breitenstein, covering for out number 1. All right, here's Bill Lang now. Right-hand batter in the box. Breitenstein has the sign from Billy Earl to count even at 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded deep to short, and long throw across the diamond. Smith making a nice play on that to retire Bill Lang for out number 2. So Germany Smith, another excellent player from the 19th century. Here's Charlie Abbey now. He's the left fielder for Detroit, looking very dapper in his picture. Here's the pitch. Abbey cuts on this first pitch. Grounder to short, ranging over to his right and making the catch is Germany Smith to make the play. So that does it. Detroit goes in order. Samuel Smith joining us. Good evening, Samuel. Thank you for your some more recommendations for baseball books. And Samuel picking up. He was already an Out of the Park owner, but now picked it up in Steam for this great mod. And this mod is excellent. And so always good to see you, Samuel. All right, here is Lou Bierbauer. No score here in the top of the second at Detroit. Take a quick look at the weather conditions here in the soon-to-be Motor City. So today's attendance, 1,231. It's 26 degrees. So we're playing this on New Year's Day because why not? And actually, baseball mania was such in the 19th century that people would play baseball on ice skates, things like that. Really fun. All right, weighing deals. Here's the 0-1 pitch now to Lou Bierbauer. Bauer gets a nice bunt down, but bunts it too hard. First base line. It's going to be a close play at first, and he is safe. How about that? So Bierbauer bunts it hard, but still gets the infield single. All right, a runner aboard here for St. Louis in the top of the second. And it brings up the shortstop, Germany Smith. Bierbauer, good speed at first. Here's the wind and the pitch. Bierbauer on the way. Here's the throw down to second. They got him by a country kilometer. All right, so the caught stealing one down, base is empty. Germany Smith back in the box to count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smith swings, long fly ball out to center field, back toward the fence, and making the catch is Bill Lang for out number 2. And here's Harry Stovey, a name that should be known to some baseball folk. Harry Stovey, decent power, below average contact. The 0-1 pitch coming up to Stovey again as the season goes on. Scouting improves in this. And line drive to right field, and Kinsler makes the catch. So the Wolverines put him down in order. Will face the minimum, I should say, in a caught stealing. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we got Frank Grant coming up. Wilbert Robinson waiting on deck. Frank Grant does have some power. Count full on Frank Grant. And fly ball center field. Hugh Duffy on the move, covering some ground out there in the center pasture. 1 up, 1 down now, Wilbert Robinson. Count full on Robinson. He tries to hold up, and indeed he does, draws the walk. So 1 umpire in today's game. All right, brings up Shorty Fuller now with a runner on, 1 down, no score, bottom of the second here in Detroit. And Robinson was off with the pitch, and this one over second base, little blooper over second base, into right field, and going for 3 is Wilbert Robinson. So runners at the corners now for the Detroit Wolverines. It brings up Doggy Miller, the third baseman. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. The throw down. Nope, there will not be a throw. So Shorty Fuller gets the stolen base, 2 in scoring position, 1 away. And Ken Castro, I was hoping you'd make it. He says 1893. Now you're talking. Absolutely. And get us warmed up here for McGreevy. I'm trying to think of a way, cousin, actually, to maybe, I think we're going to go ahead and just go with Out of the Park baseball for the Ned McGreevy League. And I'm trying to figure out maybe a way to use this mod for McGreevy. So I need to research that and talk to Mike Garland and also to Lansdowne Street, the authors of this mod, because I think this is ready-made for maybe a McGreevy that does kind of, from year to year or whatever. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but we'll see. We'll see how we can do that. Because if I can dump everybody into a draft pool, but of course and everybody's going to be drafting. So we'll see. There's a lot of things muddling about in my head right now. All right, here's Doggy Miller and Cousin Ken. Okay, so out of the park works for you. All right, decision made. Because, I had a few games in mind, but I really think this is the one I want to use. All right. And in case we decide we do want to continue it, that's why I also am so interested in using this mod. We shall see what we shall see. This is really fun to set up. I had fun doing the tutorial video today for this. All right, Doggy Miller bats with 2 on and 1 down here. Bottom of the second. No score. St. Louis Browns, Detroit Wolverines. Ted Breitenstein works out of the stretch. Here is the 2-0 pitch. And this one just weakly tapped to second, but that's going to get the run in. So the Wolverines pick up the first tally of the game here in the bottom of the second. It's 1-0. No, I don't think I want to use pocket pennant run. I think we're going to go with this. I definitely think we're going to go with this. I think just, because we're using real player pictures and some of the ballparks, obviously I had to make a few. I had to take some liberties with a couple of the ballparks. This is, though, Recreation Park in Detroit. There's a couple that parks just aren't made yet, but I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for those. But no knock on pocket pennant run, but I want people, when I have the pictures and I've got to update my picture file, I want them to see what these guys look like. And also, if there's interest and there's a way I can adapt this so that we can move from season to season, I think it'd be really fun and maybe make our cutoff season 1919, but start in 1871. So still ironing out the kinks now, that I'm playing with this mod. I've had this mod for so long, but never really messed with it, and I'm loving it. All right, so Shorty Fuller is at third, 2 down, 1 in here in the bottom of the second inning. Breitenstein ready to twirl from the stretch to Bill Kinsler. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Kinsler hard hit up the third base line, but Nash gets the handle on it, tosses across the diamond, and that retires the side. But Wolverines pick up a run despite leaving one, and we go to the top of the third inning. It's the Wolverines 1 and the Browns 0. Some 19th century baseball, getting back to our roots here. All right, here is Billy Earl now. Ted Breitenstein and then Billy Nash do up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the St. Louis Browns. Billy Earl, above average contact and power. Gus Weighing has the sign from Wilbert Robinson. The count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Billy Earl swings right through this one. A little fastball there coming in for Gus Weighing. So chalk up a K there. Bart Ewing says, this is cool. Welcome in, Bart. Good to see you. All right, here's the pitcher, Ted Breitenstein. So, Bart, are you giving this mod a try? I hope so. All right, here we go. The wind and the pitch. Cutting on the first pitch. This one grounded to third. Ranging over to his left is Miller. Gets it on the hop. Fires on to Farmer Vaughn for out number 2. And here's Billy Nash now. We're back at the top of the order for St. Louis. Nash 1 for 1 in the game. And here is the pitch. Nash swings. Oh, high bounce to short. Getting the handle on it nicely there is Fuller. Playing it chest high. 3 up, 3 down for the St. Louis Browns. We head to the bottom of the third inning. The Wolverines with a 1-0 lead. Gus Weighing, Farmer Vaughn, and Bill Lang do up the 9, 1, and 2 slots. All right, Breitenstein rubbing up the ball. Has the sign from the catcher, Billy Earl. He twirls the 2-0 pitch. Weighing swings. This one, is it a gapper? Nope, sinking liner into center. Hugh Duffy showing why he's a Hall of Famer. So 1 up, 1 down now. As Farmer Vaughn is in the box now. Farmer is 0 for 1. There you go. Rather good-looking fellow right there. How about it? But look at Ted Breitenstein, yeah? Or Breitenstein. Yeah, looking all like he's ready to jump in the horse and carriage and have some fun, huh? Bernie Strom joining us here in 1893. Welcome, Bernie. Bernie, let me know. We got a World Series. Maybe we can figure this out while we're doing this game to get our World Series done for the Mac McGraw League, and how we're going to do that, because we've got to, I think, switch off and on or something. So I'm going to have to work that out, man. My work schedule and your schedule, very different. So, but welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. And we will get back to digital dice. I know that you as a businessman, you understand what I'm trying to do. So that's why I've been away, and why I still will be on and off, but hopefully more on here as I'm working out my time better. All right, Breitenstein deals count 3-1. So Farmer Vaughn in his advantage. And does he take advantage? Long fly ball out to center field and nestling softly in the glove of Hugh Duffy. All right, Bill Lang now. Bill Lang, nothing for one. Breitenstein lets it go. Here's the pitch. Lang cuts on this one. First pitch swinging out into the shallow center field. And calling for him, bring it down, is the shortstop. All right, so Smith brings it down. We go to the top of the fourth. Still 1-0 Detroit. Played on my channel, available anytime. We just set it 8. Okay. Maybe we'll have you call a game, me call a game. However, we can work it out. As John Lennon and Paul McCartney wrote. All right, Tommy Tucker, Hugh Duffy, and Mike Tiernan. All right, Tommy Tucker in the box, bats lefty, the 0-1 pitch to Tucker. Tucker swings, and this one blooped to left, and running in and making the catch is Charlie Abbey for out number 1. Here's Hugh Duffy, nothing for 1. Again, expect to see a lot from the great Hugh Duffy in the coming season. Count full on Duffy. And this one missing just off the plate, which actually, I don't know who created this ballpark. I wish I could zoom in a little bit with the camera, but it looks like it's not a plate. Somebody actually, because you can do that. I was watching a tutorial. So as you guys know, home plate in the 19th century wasn't always the 5-sided plate. I'm trying to remember the year that came into, because this park I'm using is actually from the 1880s for this. But it used to be a metal plate, like a diamond-shaped plate in the ground, and I'm looking very closely, and that is not a home plate. I think that is really cool. Not a modern home plate. So whoever created this park, this isn't a Mike Silva park, but nice job. Way to go. All right, Hugh Duffy with excellent speed on at first. Here's Mike Tiernan, who is nothing for 1. Here's the pitch, and there goes Duffy. And the slide, the tag, and Duffy picks up the stolen base. All right, so here we go. St. Louis down just a run, making some noise here, and Tiernan with some considerable power back in the box. And the count, no balls, 1 strike. And there goes the runner to third, and Hugh Duffy is going to get the stolen base uncontested. So Wilbert Robinson not being able to get the glove out of the ball, and Hugh Duffy playing some Cousin Ken Castro baseball. Let's look at that again really quickly. Duffy with a good lead, and Robinson just not able to get a handle on the ball. All right. So St. Louis playing some small ball here, as you would expect, and trying to tie it up. Just down 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. Lefty Tiernan back in the box. He wants to just poke it over some infielder's head. 1-1 pitch on its way to Tiernan down the Keystone, and this is going to score a run. So Tiernan with the RBI, coming in with a manufactured run is Hugh Duffy, and the St. Louis Browns tied up here in the top of the fourth at Recreation Park in Detroit. It's 1-1. Here's Lou Bierbauer again. As I told you, he has a connection to the Pittsburgh Pirates, a rather interesting connection, I might add. Lou Bierbauer is indirectly, or in some ways directly, the reason why the Pittsburgh Pirates are called the Pirates. So there we go. All right, Wilbert Robinson sets up the target. Gus Waying deals. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Bierbauer. And Bierbauer cuts on this one, and that's going to be a base hit into right field. So St. Louis looking for more here in the top of the fourth. Bierbauer on at first. Here's Germany Smith, who was nothing for 1. 1-2 pitch to Smith. Smith cuts on this, line to third, and Dougie Miller making the catch. But the Browns tie it up. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. St. Louis and Detroit knotted at 1. Charlie Abbey will lead things off, the number 3 hitter. Five-sided plate was in 1900. Thank you, Bernie. Appreciate that. So let me see if I can just view into this just really, really quickly. Can I get in to show this? Yeah, too hard to see. I'd have to switch the camera around and stuff, but that is definitely, that's a four-sided plate. You can kind of see on each side, if you really squint in there, guys, unless you're watching it on your phone or something, you can see here that is not a home plate. Let me see if I can get another. I just think it's so cool that somebody really, really took the time to do this. Let's try, it would be the center field close camera, maybe. Would that show us? No, because of this. Oh, we get a nice little view, though, of the grandstands back here. All right, let's go back to our initial view, which is wide. There we go. All right. Nobody on, nobody out. Here we go. The wind in the pitch. And lefty Abby shoots this one straight up the old chimney. And coming down and making the catch is Ted Breitenstein calling for it. So one out. Also another nice bit of detail in this park. If you notice, there's not a pitcher's mound. All right, here's Frank Grant. And there shouldn't be at this time. Here's the pitch. Grant swings, stinging line drive. This is going to go all the way. Big left field here in Detroit. And there we go. Grant picking up the extra base hit. So a runner in scoring position, potential go-ahead run for Detroit on at second here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And here's Wilbert Robinson. Robinson, who kind of gave second and third base to Hugh Duffy, would like to redeem himself right here. The count 2-2. And Robinson stings this one. This is a gapper into right. Wilbert Robinson will pick up an RBI, at least double. Oh, he's going through. No, he ran through the stop sign, but then just gets back to second in time. Wilbert Robinson picks up the run batted in, and the Detroit Wolverines retake the lead. It is now 2-1. We got us a good ball game here. Here's the shortstop, Shorty Fuller. He is 1 for 1 in the game for the Detroit Wolverines. Breitenstein with the 1-0 delivery. Fuller swings, tapper up the first base line, taking it to the bag himself is Tommy Tucker. On the play, Wilbur Robinson moves to third. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth for Dougie Miller. He's 0 for 1, but does have an RBI. 3-0 pitch on Dougie. And that one missing inside, ball 4. So nice pitch there by Breitenstein, but just a bit off and inside. So runners at the corners, 2 away here for the right fielder, Bill Kinsler. Here's the pitch, and the runner goes. Throw down to second is not going to be in time. And Dougie Miller, looking for some treats, makes it into second. So in this exhibition game, any indication of how the season is going to go and how this kind of thing is going to move along, I'm really looking forward to this. All right, Kinsler back in the box now. And they're going to give him a free pass. So the bases are loaded here as St. Louis will face the pitcher. So good, sound baseball fundamentals here. Gus Weighing, nothing for 1. Here's the wind in the pitch. And this time, however, this one laced over short, and that's going to bring in 2. You always got to love when your pitcher's helping himself. So this is a 4-1 Detroit Wolverine lead over the St. Louis Browns. 2 RBI single by the pitcher, Gus Weighing. So the gamble does not pay off for the St. Louis Browns. Here's Farmer Vaughn now. Nothing in 2 attempts. The count 2 balls, 1 strike on Vaughn. Vaughn swings. This one blooped into center. And that's going to score another run. So here come the Detroit Wolverines. 5-1 as they played 4 here in the bottom of the fourth. This game getting away from St. Louis quickly. All right, Weighing at second. Farmer trailing him at first, Farmer Vaughn. And here's Bill Lang, nothing for 2. The count 3-1. Swung on, base hit up the middle. So Detroit coming alive here in a very, very big way. The throw home not in time. RBI single for Bill Lang. It's now 6-1 Detroit. I'm almost thinking let's go ahead and we'll play this one out and pick another exhibition game. Look at a couple other players. So that's what we're going to do. Entire game. Oh, my God. So this one ended up to be a 10-4 game. The Detroit Wolverines, 10 runs on 15 hits, 1 error. And the St. Louis Browns, 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Player of the game was Frank Grant. Let's see what Frank Grant did to deserve that. So in exhibition games and out of the park baseball, you don't get the write-up. All right. So what'd you do here, Mr. Grant, to be the player of the game? What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? Let me see. Let me see. What did he do? Ah, my God. Well, he did. There we go. So he had six. So Frank Grant with 6 total bases in the game. He also, let me see, had 2 doubles. So that will do it right there. Let me see. So he also picked up a 2-out RBI. So also had 2 steals in the game. So Frank Grant coming out big time in this exhibition game. All right, let's go ahead and leave this and let's pick 2 more teams. Another exhibition game. All right, so I'm going to let this down here. If anybody wants to pick some teams, we can do that. Sure to answer this question many times before. What exactly does this mod do? So it adds in 212 Negro League players. They'll be making their debuts later using those major league equivalencies. So if you remember when, so way back, ancient history, when we were still in the Shanks League, Big Clue, we were all in a chat one day or Discord, whatever, and he was talking about these major league equivalencies to Steve Tate. Steve said, "What's that?" And so basically, it's been a statistical method study by Eric Chockless is his name. So thank you, Eric. That allows Negro League players to play on a level playing field, if you will. So this mod does that. It brings in all the Negro League Hall of Famers. So they'll all make their debuts at some point. We'll see them all. Turkey Stearns, Oscar Charleston, Cool Papa Bell, Judy Johnson, Turkey Stearns, Bullet Joe Rogan, Martin Diego, all of them, plus some very good Negro League players also going to make it in. This also restructures the 19th century a bit. The 4 expansion teams that will come along will eventually be the expansion teams in 1969. So you could start this mod in any year that you want. You start this in 1871, do baseball history. So Hannes Wagner will be a Pirate, Ty Cobb will be a Tiger, but it's where the Negro League players are going to go. That's going to be fun. So, you might see Josh Gibson playing for whatever team he's going to be playing for in this. So that's what it does. Super cool. And I did a tutorial today on how to do it. And, again, I can always at least show you guys how to get to the manual if you don't want to watch my tutorial. It's about an hour long with some commentary. So really, it would take you about maybe your first time through on your own, just looking at the manual, maybe 20 minutes to 25 minutes just to get to grips with setting this up. But once you do, it's really, really cool. All right. I'm just going to pick 2 teams at random here. How about we have the Cleveland Spiders and the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's do that. All right. And oh my God, let me cancel the game. I got to fix Billy Hamilton for this game. But then I got to fix him for good. But right now we got to fix. I hate that it does that. Okay. Anyhow, that's American League. Let's find these let's find these Philadelphia Phillies and fix Billy Hamilton. Jeez. No knock on the modern Billy Hamilton, but let's be real. One's a Hall of Famer. All right, let me see. Let's look at our lineups here. And where are you? Sliding Billy, where the hell are you? So again, we haven't run. I left spring training on for this. So he may not be in, he's not in any sort of starting lineup, so we're going to have to do it this way. Okay. Hamilton, let's do our search. There he is. Sliding Billy Hamilton. He's on the Cleveland Spiders. And let's go to the editor and fix him. Somebody told me how to fix this, like for good and all. So I have to look at how to do that again because it keeps defaulting to this Billy Hamilton, and that's not what I want. Picture functions. Import photo file. I do know which one it is in here at least. So this is Ken's 19th century hero. So we got to do it up right here. We got to do it up right. So this is the one we want. There we go. So that should tell you how often I've changed Billy Hamilton around, right? All right, let me save this. All right, 11 people watching 19th Century Baseball. Thanks for coming in, guys. This is a great mod done by Garland and Lansdowne Street. You can subscribe to it in the Steam Workshop. You can also, if you own Out of the Park Baseball, but you didn't buy it through Steam, there's also a link. You can look for it in the Out of the Park forums. That will give you the link that you can use this mod in a non-Steam version as well. So it's out there for everybody. All right, now back to our exhibition game again. So no, we're not going to play the Pirates. We're going to have the Spiders visiting Philadelphia. Let's play. All right. There we go. Proper Billy Hamilton. Let's do this. There we go. Nice looking ballpark. The Philadelphia Baseball Grounds, I think this is called. Philadelphia, I think it's called Philadelphia Baseball Grounds. Pretty sure. So we'll see more of Mike. We'll see more of Mike Solo's ballparks when, you know, as this would progress, or you would see it as you're playing through it. So Mike, he did some 19th century parks. Mike's mainly going 1901 forward, and they're awesome. These were added in ballparks, and they're great. So really adds some flavor to it. There now you can see a little better. Once again, that is not a home plate there. That's a home. Well, it's that four-sided thing. So nice attention to detail. I don't know who made this ballpark. Got to find out, or made these 19th century ballparks. They are really, really nice too. So, and in fact, I believe it was Mike Silva that told me. He said, "Oh yeah, you got to check them out. There's a lot of cool 19th century ballparks out there too." So, and I believe these come in the mod as well. Pretty sure these come in the mod. So, all right, let us look at the Philadelphia Phillies starting defense in left field. Eddie Burke in center. Bill Van Dyke in right. Hall of Famer Sam Thompson. From first to third, we got a dangerous guy there at first. Big Dan Bruthers, Hall of Famer. Got Patsy Tebow, and we'll wait for everybody to bring up the nicknames of his two brothers. At shortstop, Frank Scheibek, and at third, Jack Crooks, catching Duff Cooley, and on the mound, Frank Killen. John Ward will lead things off here, second baseman. And we're ready to get underway here in Philadelphia as we do our nice little panorama here. I like the touch there. Do you see the benches there? There's a little bench there. All right, this one swung on by John Ward, and this one just a fly ball to center field. Van Dyke making the catch, gloving it for the first out of the inning and the game. All right, here's Heine Reitz. You guys remember we had Heine Reitz in the McGreevy League. 2-1 pitch on the way. Reitz cuts on this one, lofted to left, and settling under it is Eddie Burke, and he will make the catch for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down, and here he is, sliding Billy Hamilton. And I'm sure if Cousin Ken was looking, he probably should have said, why isn't he leading off? As he says, he's probably the only baseball fan who has Sliding Billy as his favorite player. Well, he's a great one, that's for sure. Just immensely talented, super fast, stolen base king forever and ever. So 3-2 pitch to Billy Hamilton. And this one missing down low on the full count. So here's Billy Hamilton. Is he going to go with 2 outs? Let's see. Here's Bones Ely, somebody else we had in our the first McGreevy League. The pitch. There goes Sliding Billy. The throw down, and they're not going to get him. All right. So that sinker, and Duff Cooley digging it out and firing it down, but Billy Hamilton was already at second base for 2 months. All right, Bones Ely back in there. Count 2-2 on Ely. He swings this one, just ground ball to second base. This should retire the side. Tebow up with it, fires to first for the 4-3, put out no runs, no hits, and a runner left on. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The Cleveland Spiders nothing, and the Philadelphia Phillies come to bat. Looking at the Cleveland Spiders, in left field, Cliff Carroll. In center, Sliding Billy Hamilton, and in right, George Van Haltren. From first to third, we have first base Willard Brown, second base John Ward. At short, Bones Ely, and at third, Heine Reitz. Catching is Tom Kinslow, and pitching is Elton Chamberlain. Eddie Burke will lead it off here for Philadelphia, the left fielder. Elton Chamberlain ready to work. The count full on Burke, and Burke will take ball 4 inside and low. So some speed on the base pass for Philadelphia, and here comes Patsy Tebow now. He's ahead 3-1, and back-to-back walks. So Chamberlain having trouble finding the strike zone, and it brings up Sam Thompson. Sam Thompson, a dangerous hitter, excellent contact, has some power. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Long fly ball out to center toward the line, bringing it down, and making the catch is Cliff Carroll. So 1 away. Cliff Carroll and an older John Ward, ex-Providence Grays, says Ken Castro. Bart Ewing noticing Philadelphia very strong at the top of the order. Yeah, how about it? So you don't really get a big break there. Now you got somebody that can absolutely murder the ball here. Big Dan Bruthers. You ever see pictures of this guy in team photos? I mean, he was just a giant, just a big dude. All right, so Eddie Burke at second, Patsy Tebow trailing him at first. Here's the pitch. Bruthers checks the swing. The throw down to third will not be in time, and Eddie Burke picks up the stolen base. Tebow moves up to second. So 2 in scoring position here. Cleveland Spiders now having a little bit of trouble. Their starter, Elton Chamberlain, needs to get some work done here. 1 out. Bruthers just needs a little poker in one of the little pastures here, and he's got an RBI. 3-1 pitch, and this one hard hit into right field. 1 run will score, and sliding in, 2 runs will score as Patsy Tebow comes in and scores the second run. So 2 RBI single for Big Dan Bruthers, and it's Philadelphia out into the lead here in the bottom of the first, 2-0. He says, can you imagine? Bruthers had the luxury of modern weight training. Good God. I know, right? All right, here is Jack Crooks now. He's batting in the 5th slot. He's the hot corner man here for Philadelphia. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Runner goes. Good to see a lot of stolen bases in this. The throw down, safe. So Dan Bruthers not only bats into, but picks up a stolen base. Still only 1 down. Philadelphia threatening with another runner in scoring position. Jack Crooks back in the box, and he looks like a sort of proto-Basil Fawlty in this picture right there. So there we go. So maybe John Cleese back in time there, or John Cleese's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Who knows? All right, the 2-1 pitch to Jack Crooks. Crooks swings, slow roller to short. The only play for Cleveland will be at first. Good strong throw there by Bones Ely. Excellent shortstop. So 2 away, Bruthers at third on the play. Here's the catcher, Duff Cooley. 2-1 pitch. Cooley swings. Slow tapper to second. Cooley, they get him by a step. But 2 runs cross the plate for Philadelphia. We go to the top of the second. It's the Phillies 2 and the Spiders nothing. George Van Haltren due up. George Van Haltren did quite a fine job in the first McGreevy leagues that we did. So this is it's a guy you might want to think about if you decide you want to become involved in the McGreevy League. Van Haltren's certainly a pretty damn good pick. Frank Killen ready to work now. Here we go. Van Haltren, first pitch swing, hard. 2 bouncer out there to short, but Scheibach corrals it and tosses on to Dan Bruthers for out number 1. All right, here's Cliff Carroll now. And, of course, if you're you should know Cliff Carroll is if you're a certain cousin Ken Castro. 3-1 pitch now to Carroll. Carroll lays off. Good eye up there. Ball 4. This fastball going down in the dirt, killing a few worms on the way. Wrong Willard Brown at the plate. We will see Negro Leaguers. This is not the right one. So, and the runner goes. There goes Carroll, and he's going to have himself a swipe. So lots of larceny going on here in the old ball orchard today. As Ken Castro says, Van Haltren deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. In the eyes of many, he was legit. So, yeah, cousin, I don't know. I'm hoping that the Hall of Fame will go back and consider more 19th century players. I think they should. Van Haltren was a hell of a player. All right, Willard Brown back in the box now. The count, 2 balls, 1 strike. And this one, fly ball toward the line in left. But Burke will light a campfire and bring it in. So Eddie Burke making a fine play out there in left, covering some range. 2 away, Cliff Carroll at second, and here's Tom Kinslow. The 0-1 pitch to Kinslow. Kinslow swings, and this is going to be lined over second into center field. Base hit, and coming around to score for Cleveland is Cliff Carroll. So Kinslow picks up the run-scoring single, and Cleveland gets one back. It's 2-1 Philadelphia now. And here's Elton Chamberlain would like to redeem his rather poor pitching performance in the first inning with a little base knock here. The count 2-2. And Chamberlain will send a little lazy fly ball out to left field. Going out and coming in a few paces is Burke, making the running catch. Side retired, but Cleveland picks up a run, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. It's the Phillies 2 and the Spiders 1. And Frank Scheibach will lead things off for Philadelphia. Van Dyke waiting on deck, Killen in the hole. Actually, they're sitting on benches off to the sides here. 3-2 pitch to Scheibach. And this one, grounder, right through the wickets there. It's short past Bones Ely. So a little nice base hit there for Scheibach. Ely does not make a lot of mistakes out there, but Ely, just that one right through the wickets. But again, spring training, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. Here's Bill Van Dyke. Count full on Van Dyke. And that one, ball 4 outside. So Bill Van Dyke drawing the walk, and it brings up Frank Killen now, the pitcher. The 1-2 pitch. Killen, late swing on that one. Swing and a miss. That one out of the strike zone. A little changeup by Elton Chamberlain. 1 down, 2 on. And we're back at the top of the order for Philadelphia and Eddie Burke, the left fielder. A 1 pitch. And here's the throw down to third. And Scheibach will get to third without the slide. So good steal there. Good aggressive baseball we're seeing in this game as opposed to the last game, which turned out to be a bit of a blowout, didn't it? All right, Eddie Burke back in the box now. Scheibach at third, Van Dyke at first. The count 3 balls, 1 strike. Burke swings, high fly ball into left field. And tagging up is Scheibach, and he will come in and score the Phillies' third run. 3-1 now. 2 away. Bill Van Dyke on at first for Patsy Tebow. 3-1 pitch. Tebow swings, and this one hard hit to left, but sinking right into the glove of Cliff Carroll, and that is it. But the Philadelphia Phillies pick up another run here as we head to the top of the third frame. It's the Phillies 3 and the Spiders 1. As Cousin Ken says, my kind of aggressive baseball. Samuel Smith said, you think Steve Tate might be willing to share his player photos? I'm sure he would. Samuel. I know he's been very, very gracious in the past in doing those. I don't know if I know he shared them, I think, in the McGreevy Discord. I'm pretty sure he shared them in the Discord that they have for the sports replay. They're beautiful photos. We haven't seen any of them yet, but you will, especially as the Negro Leaguers come in, because those are the ones that I have downloaded from Steve. But so what he does is for every season, as they're doing Field of Dreams, Steve takes the time and makes these beautiful baseball cards to use as photos in Out of the Park baseball. And Steve's a very, very gracious guy. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Here is John Ward. We're back at the top of the order for the Cleveland 9. John Ward is 0-for-1. Frank Killen has walked 2 thus far. The count 2 balls, 1 strike. The lefty deals. Ward swings. This one slow tapper to second and getting a handle on it and making the catch, or making the throw over to Bo to Bruthers. So 1 out. Sorry for a little bit of a glitch here and there. Here's Heine Reitz, 0-for-1. 0-1 pitch on the way home from the lefty. Reitz swings, and this one laced into right. Base hit. So Cleveland looking to get things going here. That's their second base knock in the game. Reitz with good speed on at first, and here is sliding Billy Hamilton. Already has a stolen base in this game. Here's the pitch, and Reitz takes off. The tag at second, not in time. So lots of aggressive baseball going on here. All right. Billy Hamilton back in the box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hamilton swings, hard hit grounder, and booted out there at second base by Patsy Tebow. And the one thing you don't want to do if you're any ball club is to have sliding Billy Hamilton on the base paths. There you can see his steal rating, 102. All right, here's Bones Ely. With one out, I think it would be really cool to see Cleveland try a hit and run here. Let's see what happens. Here's the pitch. And there goes Sliding Billy. They're not going to get him. I can look away from the screen. Oh, the ball sails into center field. And coming in to score is Heine Reeds. And Billy Hamilton manufactures a run for these Cleveland Spiders. They are back to within 1, 3-2. Let's look at that one again. Good old-fashioned crazy baseball. And there's the throw down to second. And nope. And good heads-up base running there by Billy Hamilton. He will make it into third base. All right. 3-2 is your score. Ely back in the box now. Sliding Billy just 90 feet away. Delayed steal here, Bart Ewing says. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and this one going out into no man's land into right, but wait, calling everybody off. Making the catch is Killen, and he's going to fire home, and they're not going to get Sliding Billy Hamilton. And thanks to Sliding Billy Hamilton's brilliant work and unnerving the defense, we are knotted at 3. All right, here's number 5 hitter, George Van Halteren now. The wind and the pitch to Van Halteren. First pitch swinging. Routine ground ball to second. Up with that is Patsy DeBow. And that will retire the side. But the Cleveland Spiders, partially thanks to 2 errors by Philadelphia, and mostly thanks to the great Sliding Billy Hamilton, pick up 2 runs and tie this one as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sam Thompson, Dan Bruthers, and Jay Crooks due up. Here we go. Sam Thompson flew out his last time up, and this time harmless little grounder to second. Low throw by John Ward, but scooped out of the dirt by Willard Brown for out number 1. Dan Bruthers 1 for 1. 2 runs batted in for Big Dan. The 1-1 pitch, base hit his last time up, scored 2. Bruthers, lazy fly ball out to left field, and pulling it down there is Cliff Carroll. So 2 up, 2 down for Philadelphia and Jack Crooks. Duff Cooley waits on deck. 2-2 pitch. Grounded out his last time, did Crooks. This one he's going to ground to second this time. John Montgomery Ward up with it and fires across. The Phillies go in order. And we go to the top of the 4th inning, listening to an organ that wouldn't have existed in the ballpark yet. It's 3-3. Then Clinton Parks says the damage has been done. Welcome in, Clinton. Good to see you. All right, Cliff Carroll, Willard Brown, and Ted Kinslow due up. 0-2 pitch on the way. Carroll swings and fly ball to right field by the wall. Making the catch is Sam Thompson. Another hint, if you're going to be in the McGreevy League. Sam Thompson, fine player he was. All right. Here comes Willard Brown, and again, wrong picture of Willard Brown. 2-1 pitch now to Brown. Brown swings, fly ball, shallow center, but coming in is Bill Van Dyke, and he will make the catch. It's 2 up, 2 down now for Tom Kinslow. Kinslow in the game, 1 for 1 with a run batted in. Here is the pitch. Kinslow swings, a little number out in front of the plate. Should be no problem. Cooley up with the throws to first, and that is it. Nothing across for the Cleveland Spiders as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we are knotted at 3. So Duff Cooley in there. He is 0 for 1. Scheibach waits on deck. Lefty Cooley swings, sinking liner out to center field, but Sliding Billy Hamilton has it. And I don't usually read the play-by-play, but it was funny. He just said he fondles it. So there we go. Somebody had his ball fondled. All right, I couldn't resist. Here's Frank Scheibach now. Scheibach 1 for 1 in the game. 0-1 pitch to Scheibach. He swings, and this one hit with authority into left field. Scheibach has himself another single. So having a good day is Frank Scheibach and decent speed. And here comes Bill Van Dyke. 1-1 pitch. Van Dyke swings. This could be 2. 6-4. No. This is going to be an error. And bad throw. So charge that one. E6. Bones Ely. So one went through the wickets last inning, and now Bones Ely not able to initiate the 6-4-3 double play. John Ward had to chase that ball, and as a result, Frank Scheibach at second, Bill Van Dyke at first, 1 away for Frank Killen. The pitcher is 0 for 1. The 1-0 pitch. And there goes the runner. And Scheibach has himself a stolen base. So here we go. Lots of stolen bases in this game. Ken Castro's probably they're both in their younger days. Oh, my God. All right. Runners at first and third. Reminds me of the old days. Clinton. Love it. 1-1 pitch. And there goes Bill Van Dyke. Another stolen base. All right. So runners at second and third, one away. Frank Killen back in there. Count even at 2. Killen swings, popped into foul territory, over by the bench. I'm almost wanting to say Kelly now playing for Chicago. But anyhow, Kinslow makes the catch and gets it for 2 out. So, of course, that comes from the fact that in the 1880s, players could freely substitute in just by announcing that they were in. And my 19th century hero, Michael King Kelly, reportedly did that. I'm sure he did, and a lot more. All right, 2 away. Here's Eddie Burke. Now we're back at the top of the order for the Philadelphia 9. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Flied out his last time, and he's going to make good on it with a line drive base hit into center field. That's going to score 2 for Philadelphia as the throw is up the first base line. So how about it? Burke picks up the 2-run single. Van Dyke also comes in to score. It's now 5-2 Philadelphia. Here we go. All right, we're going to play this whole game out, though. Patsy DeBow, 0-1. Eddie Burke on at first. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. So they're stealing all day off of both of these pitchers. And Eddie Burke picks up a steal. Again, these stats won't count as this is an exhibition game. Patsy DeBow back in the box. The 0-2 pitch. DeBow swings. High pop fly in the infield. Third base side. Calling for it will be Heine Reitz, and he makes the catch. But, as Clinton says, the damage has been done. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error and a runner left on, and it's 5-3 in favor of Philadelphia. 3 errors in this game thus far. 2 for Philadelphia, 1 for Cleveland. All right, Elton Chamberlain, John Montgomery Ward, and Heine Reitz due up for the 1893 Cleveland Spiders. Duff Cooley sets the target for the southpaw Frank Killen. Here's the pitch to Chamberlain. Flied out his last time up. First pitch swinging. Routine ground ball to second base to Bo. 2 Bruthers for the 4-3 putout. 1 and 1 down for John Montgomery Ward back at the top of the order. John Montgomery Ward did his undergraduate work at Penn State University. Also, the catalyst for the Players League, 1890. John Montgomery Ward, a very, very fine athlete. Hint, hint. Here's the pitch. Ward swings, and this one hit way deep into left field, but not deep enough, as Burke will track it and bring it down. So Eddie Burke staying with that ball. All right, here's Heine Reitz. He's 1 for 2 in this contest. Cleveland by no means out of this game. This has been a good back-and-forth battle here. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Heine Reitz swings, and just as I say that, he laces one into right field for base hit. Rounds first and holds. 2 down now. Here's Sliding Billy Hamilton. Sliding Billy, don't let that 0 for 1 fool you. Sliding Billy's had a hell of a day here so far. Let's see. The runner goes, and Heine Reitz, the slide, the tag, and Reitz gets the hand in there just in time. So Cooley with the good peg down there to second base, but Reitz too much speed, had the good jump this time. Another stolen base. I don't know if anybody's keeping count, but had quite a few here. Back in the box now. Sliding Billy Hamilton. 1-0 pitch. Hamilton swings. Fly ball. Center field. This should end the inning, and indeed it does. Bill Van Dyke makes the catch. The Spiders get a hit. Leave a runner in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it's Philadelphia 5 and Cleveland 3. Sam Thompson, Dan Bruthers, and Jack Crooks due up. Elton Chamberlain with 3 walks and a strikeout in this game. 0 for 2 for Sam Thompson. First pitch swinging, fly ball, center field. Going back. And making the catch is Sliding Billy. 1 up, 1 down now for Dan Bruthers. Big Dan Bruthers. 2 RBI in this game today. He is 1 for 2. The wind and the pitch. Bruthers swings, and he's going to line one into right. Base hit. Bruthers rounding first and holds. And it brings up Jack Crooks now. Third baseman, 0 for 2. I so much want to call him Basil Fawlty. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Crooks swings, and this one, fly ball toward the line and right, and making the catch. George Van Halteren on his horse, and he will bring it down for out number 2. popping it in the saddlebag, and here comes Duff Cooley now. He is nothing for two. The 1-2 pitch, and Bruthers takes off for second. Dan Bruthers is going to have himself a stolen base. All right. Cooley back in the box now. Count full. Here's the pitch, and Cooley lays off and takes ball 4. So Elton Chamberlain not having the best of days here for Cleveland. Offense getting him back in the game, but 2-1 now for Frank Scheibach. Frank Scheibach's had a heck of a game today. He is 2 for 2, has a stolen base, 0-2 pitch, and grounder to first, and taking that one unassisted. Brown will run it to the bag. So Philadelphia, no runs on 1 hit, a walk, 2 left on. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Philadelphia maintaining a 5-3 lead. Bones Ely, George Van Haltren, and Cliff Carroll due up for the Cleveland Spiders of 1893. Frank Killen ready to work now. 1-0 pitch on the way. Sacrifice fly for Ely the last time up. And this time, high pop fly out toward the Keystone sack and making the catch. Easily is Frank Scheibach. So 1 up, 1 down for George Van Haltren, who is nothing for 2. 1-0 pitch to Van Haltren. Swung on, base hit, right field. So Cleveland not having any trouble seeing the ball. 4th base hit for them in the game. Brings up Cliff Carroll now, who is nothing for 1. 0-1 pitch. And there goes Van Haltren to throw to second. Not in time. So what are we up to? Stolen base 32, I think, now in this game. Cliff Carroll back in the box. Count full. Carroll swings. Grounded pass short into center field. And absolutely flying around the base pass. George Van Haltren will come in to score. How about it? Cliff Carroll picking up the RBI double, and Cleveland gets another one back. It is 5-4. Here's Willard Brown now. Nothing for 2. Count full, and Brown takes ball 4 off that 4-sided plate on the 3-2 pitch. 2 on, 1 away for the 1893 Spiders, and here is Tom Kinslow, 1 for 2 with a run batted in. 3-1 pitch. Kinslow swings, slow tapper to first, and it's going to be 3-6, and they're not going to turn 2. Moving to third on the play is Cliff Carroll. So the reason why I keep repeating the 1893 Spiders is because the only Spiders team people seem to be aware of is the 1899 Spiders. But these guys were an excellent baseball team in the 1890s. Always in contention. Of course, they always had to deal with the Boston Bean Eaters, who were powerhouses. But these Cleveland Spiders, a very, very proud franchise in the 1890s. All right, here's Elton Chamberlain now. Chamberlain, first pitch swinging. And, oh, look at that. Ground ball right through third and past the shortstop as well. And Chamberlain has just been absolved of all sins. So give him the RBI, and the Spiders have tied this game up in the top of the 6th. It is 5-5. Chris Slovic joining us here. Chris, you need to check out this mod that I'm playing. It is really cool. I think this one is right up your alley. It's Christopher Slovic joining us here. Hope you're doing well. Bud, been a while. Got to get you back on here sometime soon. All right, 11:09 p.m. here for Chris. I think it's something like some god-awful time in the morning for him. So welcome in my Pittsburgh brother. Tom Kinslow at second, Elton Chamberlain trailing him at first. And here comes John Montgomery Ward. We're back at the top of the order for the redoubtable Cleveland Spiders. 0-1 pitch. And Ward swings liner right to third. Beautiful play there by Crooks to bring it in. But the Cleveland Spiders, pick up 2 runs as we head to the bottom of the 6th. And we are knotted at 9:10 a.m. So you can see up there on the tin there on the title, Christopher, that this is called the InteGREATed mod. And that's actually the way they spell it, with the great in there. This adds 212 Negro League players into the game using the Major League equivalencies. Also does some restructuring of 19th century baseball. You can start this mod in any year that you want, and it's absolutely brilliant. This was done by Mike Garland and a chap named Lansdowne Street, also 2 major contributors to out of the park mods and stuff like that. So you can just get this, subscribe to it, do it. Make sure that you can either check out my little tutorial on it that I filmed or videoed earlier today or whatever. There's also, I'll show you guys before I sign off, how to get to the guide for this manual, because you might need it your first time through, just because of certain settings they want you to do. All right, so cool, Bernie, talking to Chris. And let's get back to it. Here's Bill Van Dyke. So the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the 1893 Philadelphia Phillies. Again, I decided to start this in 1893, so keeping it to modern baseball. Next time I set this up, we're going to go back to, I don't know, 1884 maybe. I want to keep experimenting with this, and I love this, man. This is. I've been waiting for something like this. 2-1 pitch. Van Dyke on the Bones Ely error last time, and this time lines it, and then Ely just zoning in on that ball and pulling it down. One away now for pitcher Frank Killen. He's 0-for-2. 0-1 pitch. Popped out his last time, and this one a lazy fly ball out to right field, and out a few paces, in a few paces, doing a little bit of a waltz there. George Van Haltren will glove it for out number 2. Here's Eddie Burke now. 1-for-1, 3 RBI for the Phillies leadoff hitter. 2-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. 2-run single in this game, and this one kind of golfed to left and going toward the line, and making the catch is Cliff Carroll. And rather gracefully, I might say, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 7th, and it's the Cleveland Spiders 5 and the Philadelphia Phillies 5 in this exhibition game, 1893 at the Philadelphia baseball grounds. Heine Reitz due up here. The number 2, 3, 4 hitters, Reitz, Hamilton, and Ely for the Cleveland Spiders. Reitz, a lefty batter. He is 2 for 3 today, has pilfered some bases and done it all right so far. 1-2 pitch. And this one, hard hit ground ball taken on the hop at second by Patsy DeBow, and he fires on to Dan Bruthers for the 4-3 putout. 1 down, and here he is, sliding Billy Hamilton, 0 for 2 in the game, but manufactured some runs, and Hamilton drills this one out to right field, but Sam Thompson literally could have just sat down. Didn't have to move for that ball. Had him played perfectly. All right. Here's Bones Ely now. So again, Chris, look for the InteGREATed mod in the Steam Workshop if you want to try this, and I think you should. 0-1 pitch. And Ely swings. This is going to be a shortstop to shortstop out, and indeed it is. Shy back up with it, and that's it. 1, 2, 3 go the Spiders. We go to the bottom of the 7th because there was no 7th inning stretch in 1893. We had to wait for 1910 for that, and William Howard Taft, or around 1910. All right, Patsy DeBow, Sam Thompson, and Dan Bruthers drew up for Philadelphia. Elton Chamberlain with 4 walks and a strikeout, and has 2 RBI in this game. Count, no balls, 2 strikes. DeBow swings. Oh, booted out there at short. Bones Ely making another error. How about it? So DeBow reaches in the error. So Ely, that's his second E6. Ely not looking too sharp out there at short today. Here's Sam Thompson now. 0-for-3 for Sam. Count full. Sam Thompson this time will draw the walk. So Philadelphia with 2 on here in the bottom of the 7th, baseball fans, baseball cranks and cranklets. And here comes Dan Bruthers. 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. DeBow at second. Trailing him, Hall of Famer Sam Thompson at first. Here's the pitch. And the runners go. And we had a little double steal action. And how about it? Patsy DeBow will pick up the steal, and Sam Thompson to second on the play. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out for Philadelphia as lefty big Dan Bruthers back in the box. 0-1 pitch. Bruthers swings. Oh, popped in the infield. This one twisting toward the line. Third base side. And Heine Reitz will reel that big fish in. So big out, number 1. Infield playing in now as Jack Crooks steps to the plate. Philadelphia third baseman, nothing in 3 attempts today. 3-0 pitch on the way. Crooks takes ball 4. So Elton Chamberlain in a little bit of a pickle right now as he walks outside the pitcher's box, contemplating what to do next as Duff Cooley, left-handed batting catcher, steps into the plate. Cousin Ken saying excellent ball game. I'm glad we do got an excellent one here for you, cousin. All right, Duff Cooley, nothing for two. Chamberlain studies the batter, now has the sign from catcher Tom Kinslow. Infield still in, bases loaded. Tebow at second, Tebow at third, Thompson at second, Jack Crooks at first. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Cooley swings, grounder to second. They're going to come home and get the lead runner. And the throw to first, and not in time. They didn't get the double play, but cutting off that run was huge. Bases still loaded, but now Scheibach needs to get himself a safe hit. He's had a good day, 2 today, 2 for 3. I believe he has a steal. 3-1 pitch. And check swing. And Elton Chamberlain is going to walk in a run. So Philadelphia retakes the lead here in the bottom of the seventh. It's now 6-5. Bases still loaded for center fielder Bill Van Dyke. Van Dyke, nothing for two in the contest. 0-1 pitch. Van Dyke swings. Oh, roller to Bones. Ely at short. Ely goes to second and gets him. Close play at second, but Ely staying with the ball. But Philadelphia picks up a run. And we go to the top of the eighth. Philadelphia 6, Cleveland 5. We got a good barn burner going on here. George Van Haltren, Cliff Carroll, and Willard Brown do up the number 5, 6, 7 spots here for the 1893 Spiders. Frank Killen, 94 pitches so far. Count full on Van Haltren. Van Haltren swings, line drive, base hit into left field. Van Haltren's aboard. These Cleveland Spiders will fight you to the bitter end. Van Haltren, fast runner. Here's Cliff Carroll. He's got an RBI today, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. And the runner goes. Van Haltren looks like he's going to have this one stolen, and indeed he does. Tying run now in scoring position for the Spiders. Carroll back in the box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, Nubber out in front of the plate, kills a few worms. And Cliff Carroll will be thrown out at first. Nowhere for George Van Haltren to go as Duff Cooley checks him before going to first. Here's Willard Brown now batting with 1 down. 0 for 2. 1-2 pitch for Brown. And hard hit fly ball out into center field, and bringing it down is Bill Van Dyke. Tagging and moving to third on the play is George Van Haltren. Too much speed to get him. Bill Van Dyke, above average arm out there, but Van Haltren, absolute speed demon. I would say probably next. I would say he's the second fastest player on this Cleveland Spiders team. All right, Cleveland threatening with 2 down, and the tying run 90 feet away. And here's Tom Kinslow. He has an RBI, 1 for 3 in the game. Grounded out his last time up to Dan Bruthers, and this one hit into the gap and left, but it's going to stay up long enough for Burke to make the play. So Cleveland fails to capitalize. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Philadelphia 6 and Cleveland 5. And Frank Killen, the pitcher, will lead it off, and then back to the top of the order, Burke and Tebow. Killen, nothing for 3. Elton Chamberlain has walked 7, struck out 1. One big walk that gave Philadelphia the lead back in the bottom of the 7th inning. Count full now on Frank Killen. Frank Killen will take low and outside for ball 4. So Philadelphia looking to add some insurance here. Frank Killen on at first. We're back to the top of the order, and Eddie Burke having a hell of a day. He is 1 for 2 and has batted in 3. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Burke looks at a called strike 3, a little knee buckling fastball there by Elton Chamberlain. So notch 2 for him. 1 away now for number 2 hitter Patsy Tebow. Nothing for 3 for Patsy. 0-1 pitch. Tebow shows bunt and bunts it down the foul first base line. Count no balls, or 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one, long fly ball out to center field, and on his horse is sliding Billy Hamilton. And Killen is going to get back, tag, and make it to second. So runner in scoring position now brings up Sam Thompson, who is nothing for 3. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. And Sam Thompson's going to dump this one into right field. Base hit, and coming around to score is going to be Frank Killen. So now Philadelphia with a safer margin. It's 7-5. There's Big Dan Bruthers, 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in. When we go to the Cleveland 9th, we will see Elton Chamberlain, John Montgomery Ward, and Heine Reitz. We'll see whether Cleveland will pinch hit for the redoubtable Mr. Chamberlain. All right. Who said peace in our time. Wait, wrong Chamberlain. Anyhow, 1-0 pitch. Runner goes. There we go. Sam Thompson is going to pick up stolen base. Lots of stolen bases here. All right. Count full. Big Dan Bruthers looks at ball 4. Elton Chamberlain in trouble out there in the pitcher's box. Brings up Jack Crooks now. Jack Crooks, nothing for 3. Count full. Crooks takes inside, ball 4. And what's Cleveland going to do here now? You got 2 outs, bases loaded, and Duff Cooley is 0 for 3. Looks like they're going to leave Chamberlain in. Chamberlain, 10 walks in 7 2/3 innings. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Cooley, this one a little roller past second into right field. 2 runs are going to score for Philadelphia. So now Philadelphia with a commanding lead here in the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-5. Here's Frank Scheibek. We're still going to play this one out. Fun game. John Stafford now pitching and roller to third. And this should end the inning. Mercifully, the Philadelphia Phillies pick up 3 as 8 men bat in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th now. And here we go. So Charlie Riley will pinch hit. So Elton Chamberlain certainly out of the game. And we will see Riley, Ward, and Reitz do here for the 1893 Spiders. So thanks for hanging out with us tonight, the Philadelphia baseball grounds. 3-0 pitch on the way. Riley will take ball 4. So here we go. Cleveland gets the leadoff man aboard, and we are back at the top of the order for John Montgomery Ward. Ward is nothing for 4 in this contest. Frank Killen looking for the win here. It's been a battle between these 2 teams, but at Philadelphia 8th, oof. All right, here we go. 2-0 pitch. Grounder to short. We got a 6 and 2-4, but that is all. So they do get Riley the lead runner. So John Montgomery Ward on in the fielder's choice. 1 away for Heine Reitz now. Reitz 2 for 4. Count full on him. Reitz will take ball 4. So 2 on. John Montgomery Ward moves up a peg to second base. And here's Sliding Billy. So Sliding Billy, despite that 0-3, has had a heck of a ball game. Can he do something amazing here for Cleveland? Let's see. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And Sliding Billy swings. This one grounded to second. 4-6-3. Game-ending double play in this exhibition game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cleveland Spiders, 9-5. Let's look at the line score for the victorious Philadelphia 9 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Pardon me, for the Cleveland Spiders, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors as well. Stolen bases. Holy hell. Let's count them up because there was a whole bunch, right? There's a whole bunch. Okay, so first looking here for Cleveland, Heine Reitz had 2, Billy Hamilton with 2, George Van Haltren with 2, and Cliff Carroll with a steal. For Philadelphia, let's see, Burke with 2, Tebow with 2, Thompson with 2, Bruthers with 2, Scheibek had 2, and Bill Van Dyke picked up the stolen base. So what do we got here? 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18 stolen bases in this game. Errors, boy, they kind of hurt Cleveland a little bit here. Heine Reitz with 2 errors, Billy Hamilton with 2, Van Haltren with 2, Cliff Carroll. I'm sorry, that was base running. I'm talking for errors. Bones Ely with 2 errors at short. 1 double play turned in this game. To Bo, to Scheibek, to Bruthers for Philadelphia. Frank Killen gets the win, and Elton Chamberlain gets the loss. But a fun ball game this one was. The player of the game is Frank Killen. So there we go. Little exhibition action here in the InteGREATed mod by Garland and Lansdowne Street. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, yeah. You're welcome, Bernie. Thank you guys are all welcome. Thanks for coming in. This was a lot of fun. And we'll definitely do it again. This is just a really, really, really great mod. So just for you guys to know, I've turned off injuries and everything for this, just as we will be from McGreevy. Just want to have a lot of fun with what we're doing. Oh, you're most welcome, Cousin Ken. So let's give our thanks to Cousin Ken Castro, to Clinton Parks, to Chris Slovic, Bernie Strom for coming in. Bart Ewing was here. Samuel Smith was here. John DFW, who was actually the first in the ballpark tonight. And I see we have 13 watching. So to all of you who have been hanging out and watching tonight, I appreciate you all. And until the next time, see you around the batting cage. Again, oh, that's right. I said before I left, I have to show you this. So anybody interested in getting this mod, let me save this because I did a lot of work tonight on this. Let's go back to the Out of the Park main screen so I can show you how to get, because if you subscribe to the mod, you're going to want to know how to do it. And if you don't want to watch my video, you're more of a read and learn. So you're just going to go here to settings. All right. On the Out of the Park main screen, go to troubleshooting. When you go to troubleshooting, you come down here and go to open folder containing customizable data. Open that. Okay. And so we are in this where we're supposed to be. Go down here to this stats NEL mod directory, subdirectory. Okay. Double click that. And yeah, I went the wrong way. I'm sorry. Don't go to that one. Don't listen to me. I'm in Egypt. Go to documents. And there you'll see. So your path is going to be program files, x86. If you're on Steam, it's going to be Steam apps, whatever. You can see it up there if you have Out of the Park through Fast Spring. But anyhow, this is, and I said it today, and I'll say it really quickly. As an instructional designer, this is one of the best bits of like instruction I've ever seen. These guys not only give you the how, but the why everything was set by that, or how they set why you should use certain settings. And I guarantee you, just follow this, and you're going to get such a deeper understanding of how to do this. There was nothing at all difficult. I would suggest just doing what they suggest with this mod. You know, I guess down the line when you get more comfortable with it, kind of do what you want. There you can see all these Negro League players that you will see, and they'll be coming in at different years. So I really just, what can I say? So right now, Bud Fowler, let's see, Bud Fowler is now out of the league. He's already retired. So you're going to see, you'll see all their rookie years. Let me make this a little larger for you, so you can just get an idea of the scope of this mod. This is really excellent stuff. So again, if we go down here, we're going to look into the 1920s. 1920s. We're looking for a certain guy. I think you know who I'm talking about here. But anyhow, there's Roy Campanella. There's rookie candidate. So Roy Campanella will come into this league in 1926. He'll retire in 48. So again, now this obviously Campanella didn't retire in actual baseball in 1948, but this would reflect what's going on in this mod, and you had to bring these guys in this way. So there's Cool Papa Bell. Cool Papa Bell is here. All these great players: Cristobal Torriente, John Donaldson. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's Bullet Joe Rogan, Dave Malarcher, Double Duty Radcliffe. And again, with the restructuring in the 19th century, I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this. There's not really a lot you have to do once you get the mod installed. And that's it, guys. Till next time, we will see you around the batting cage. Yeah, around the batting cage. Good night.